Finished work? Gotta get the mail. Check. Gotta get groceries. Check. Gotta go to EB Games and be surprised that they have still one copy left of the God of War Collector's Edition box? What? The going to EB Games, by the way, was just a whim, just on a whim. I thought I'd go there, and at the very least, I knew I wanted to pick up the God of War game. I really wasn't expecting by this point that any of the God of War Collector's Edition box sets would still be available, but I thought, nonetheless, I would go in and just see if maybe at the very least they'd have the game. I probably would pick it up and play it a little bit. And I went into the store, and the gentleman there was very nice, very young also, had asked me if there was anything I needed help with. And just on a whim, I said, do you happen to have any more of the God of War Collector's Edition box sets? And just as if the light had come down from the spread clouds, a projection of the beams of light just went down onto this box. And he said, well, we just so happen to have one copy left. Supposedly this was set aside for a gentleman, and he at the last minute said, you know what, I can't pick it up. So as a result of it, they had one copy left. So unfortunately for him, and fortunately for me, I was able to pick this one up. This box set here in Canada cost, I think it was about $159, $160. And I figured I'd do an unboxing. I've actually not looked at the contents just yet, because I figured you guys could experience it the same way that I'm going to experience it when we, like I said, when I get this opened up. So it's a pretty big box. Just out of curiosity, let's see how big the box is. The box is 14 inches high. The box is about 13 inches wide. And on the front is Atreus and, of course, Kratos. There's the side of the box. There's the back of the box. It comes included with a 9-inch Kratos and Atreus statue. It comes with a steelbook case of God of War, the new PS4 game. Comes with 2 Huldra brother carvings, and it comes with a cloth map. Digital content includes a Death's Vow armor set, an Exile's Guardian Shield, God of War digital copy, comic number 0, God of War digital art book, and a dynamic theme. All that in this very large box. I'm certain probably the majority of the box is allocated to the statue there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get the... And just to tell you here, it's still got a seal. I'm breaking the seal right there. When I was in there and I was picking this up, the gentleman said that there was something that they had to wait for, as they didn't have them available just yet. So he said, I'm putting this in. He says this wasn't part of the box set when they initially were selling them. I have no idea what it is. It's just a postcard, a pretty neat looking postcard, but it's just a postcard. And got to read up here on the back. Well, you know what? I can read some of it. Well, I'll read all of it because it seems pretty short. Finding that first single image that can speak to an entire team about the core vision of game can only exist in your head can be maddeningly difficult. It can take weeks or even months of writing, talking, arguing, and even pleading to create that perfect picture that will guide hundreds of people through difficult years of development. Knowing this, I really didn't expect to struggle a whole lot more than I did to get the first concept piece. I would have to had not been fortunate enough to work with Jose Cabrera, an artist whose talent truly eclipses any word my tiny brain could ever think of to describe it. All it took was a couple of paragraphs and a Skype call where I rambled incoherently about a vision of a game, and 2 weeks later, as if sent down by Valhalla on the wings of the Valkyrie, the incredible image just shows up in my inbox. It was perfect. I'm not kidding. The first thing he showed us was pretty damn close to the final image you will see here. I think the first thing I said was, this is what we're gonna make. Then quickly followed by, oh crap, how the hell are we gonna make this? That's from Cory Barlog, creative director. That's pretty cool. I'm surprised that it wasn't part of the box at the time that I bought this, but nonetheless. Okay, so let's see here. What's the best way to get this out? I don't want to do the I want to do the tipping upside down to dump out the contents, but I may have to just do that. Gonna slide this off. Slide it off, and wouldn't you know it, it's a box inside of a box. And here's the other box right there. Glorious looking artwork on the front there. Spin it around, then we open up that. And inside, whoops, inside, let's try not dropping everything here. And this must be the statue. This may have been easier to open up on a tabletop. I just put that box to the side. Okay, so yeah, this would be the statue. It's got some artwork on the one side, just a box flap. And then there's another half to it. Just take that off. I will say this, there's a lot of cardboard. I'm gonna cut that open. Yeah, I probably should have done this on a tabletop. Yeah, you live and learn. And then, okay, so it's gonna open this way. There we go. Take out the statue. Just removing the halves here. And let's try our best not to damage the statue. Okay, so take off the plastic. Looks like Atreus has separate packaging around him, looks like he's probably got some smaller pieces on him. There we go. Put that aside. And so I guess we've got the statue and we've got the game and the game contents. I think we're going to look at the statue first. Obviously that would be one of the big draws for picking up the collector's edition, was the fact that you get the statue. Statue looks really good. I'm going to bring up the camera just a little bit and zoom in so you guys can see it. So there we have Kratos with axe in hand. It looks like he is delivering a decapitating blow. He's also managed to cut off the hand of one of these guys. And it looks like he's about to clear off the head as well. The swiping is of a translucent blue plastic. But detailing on him is really nice. He's got a slight bluish tint to him. He's not quite that off gray, off white color. Then you've got Atreus, which I might add, he is a little on the sickly pale side. Kratos, really, for that matter, is also kind of the same thing. That's a really close shot. Him firing off he's literally like a few feet away, maybe a foot away from this guy's head. But he's shot the arrow right through his eye and right out the back there. That is a nice, woo, that's a nice looking statue. It's not heavy. I mean, it is a plastic material. And then on the underside, you've got some felt feet in a strange placement, but I'm not going to nitpick that. Yeah, I like that. Like I said, it's not heavy. It's not resin or anything like that. It's just a plastic statue, but still pretty cool. And then you've got the God of War, the actual game, and all the other material in here. Just open up the box flap. And looks like got a couple of different contents. These must be the statues. The 2-inch Huldra statues. So we'll take those out. I'd like to say that they feel like they're metal, but I sincerely doubt it. Very nicely detailed, however. I just keep going like this because to me it kind of reminds me like they're almost kind of like chess pieces. And they're just They're just like makeshift, almost. They're supposed to be carvings. I suppose they get the point across that they are carvings. Very, very intricately, but yet still crudely detailed. They look like they're antiques. They look like something you could have found somewhere. So I like that. We'll put those guys there. We also got the cloth map. So I may bring the camera back just a little bit. Get the cloth map going here. I ripped the bag just a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. Got all these bags, boxes, all stuff all over the floor right now, but that's okay. We'll just take the... So we got ourselves a cloth map. Have it upside down. There's the map right there. One side feels like... It almost feels like a plastic material, but on the other side, it feels almost like a velour or like a suede feel. It has an age to it, almost the same way as the carvings. Very meticulously detailed. This would be a fantastic thing to frame. You could frame that and put it in your gaming room. I'm gonna try my best to fold this in a nice, pristine way so it doesn't make any more creases than what it already has. Just get that all folded. Okay, so we got the map, we got the carvings, we got the statue, got another piece of cardboard, cardboard, and more cardboard. And I think that's it. And then we've got the steelbook as well. There's your digital content, God of War, digital content, which again has the Death's Vow armor set, Exile's Guardian Shield, God of War digital comic number 0, God of War digital art book, and dynamic theme. Which doesn't really seem like a whole lot, but granted the fact that you're getting yourself a nice, a nice God of War steelbook version case, I really do like that as well. Got a almost marbled look to it, and you got the outer trim on the edges there, slightly raised on the front of the case. God of War on the side, so of course if you do at least have it on a shelf somewhere, you're going to be able to recognize that that's the new God of War game. And nothing really on the back. Normally there would be like game screenshots and stuff like that, but nothing really specifically on this one. It's just more, got the more marbled theme carrying across, and you've got some scripture on the back there. So this is what we got inside the collector's case. A lot of really, some of the other things that you wouldn't be seeing would be the digital content, which would again add the value to the set. Strictly from a physical piece count, you get yourself the steelbook game, and of course you get the carvings, which we looked at already. We got the map, which, I'll admit I did not fold very well. We get the cloth map, which I may actually consider framing. And then we had the statue, which I guess for the price of admission, physically looking at the stuff that you're getting inside the box, I guess the value from a physical standpoint, like strictly looking at it, is probably the statue. The statue has, some really nice design elements to it, and it would really look good on a gaming shelf, like a shelf near your PS4 and your other games and stuff like that. Fan of Kratos, I really do think the statue is a nice looking piece. I don't know if I would say that the set is worth... Now, factoring as well, I have yet to play the game, keeping that in mind. The game is normally about $70. I want to say it's like $69, probably a little bit mid-70s. Of course, you add tax and stuff like that to it. This is essentially double that. There's mileage, of course, to be said for the fact that you get the statue, you get the carvings, you get the cloth fabric map, and I guess to some extent as well, you also get the postcard. The digital content, I'm sure, will go a long way versus... I'm certain that digital content will probably be available on the PlayStation Store, so you may be able to pick that up actually at a later date. And I know this set sold out pretty fast. I've heard that some people are selling this set for about now $200 to about the mid $200 price point. So obviously comparing it to the scalper's prices of what people are selling it for, it's a value getting it at $159, $160, which I was able to find it for. All around, I'm pretty happy with this, with the collector's edition version of this. I would also be happy, I think, just to get the game as well. But generally, when they do come out with games that I'm specifically interested in, like Injustice, the Injustice DC Injustice game, and I think the other one was Mortal Kombat. For me, the mileage goes with the statues. I'm a big statue guy, so being able to get like a statue with the game, I think, is usually what I'd like to go. I think the price point could be could have been a little bit lower. You know, it could have been about a $100 price point for this and not so much $159. But again, having not played the game, having not played and made use of the digital content yet, I think the statue could have added about $40 to the price point. $35 to $40 to the price point of the game. At the very most, I think the collector's set here could have probably gone for about a $120 price point, and not so much $159, $160 that I ended up paying for. I'm still pretty happy that I was able to get it, and I really did luck out that one gentleman decided at the last minute he didn't want it, so that one copy that they set aside was then mine for the taking. So I'm pretty happy with that. Again, the price probably could have been a little bit less than what it ended up being. But there you go, guys. That was an unboxing. We were unboxing the new PlayStation release, the new God of War game, and this was the Collector's Edition set, which came with, again, the statue, the map, the steelbook version of the game, and some little carvings as well. If you guys also want to follow me on Twitter and Facebook, I'll probably make some posts about my early thoughts of the game. Probably won't do something on here, just because of video content and, you know, copyright. You can't really show game footage that much. So I'll probably leave it to more so my Twitter and Facebook if you guys want to follow me on that. And I'll put all the links down below. Also got a Patreon page as well. So if you guys want to support this channel with anything that, anything that you can. And of course, more video content will be always coming to this channel. So stay tuned for those. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.